cannot believe these schools are out here banning phones. Like, they just want to control us and our kids, and they're making our kids less safe. That's the most... Phones in schools make them less safe, not more safe. How can you say that? Because it's true. I mean, for starters, they're constantly using their phones in school to verbally harass and bully each other. Here we go. They are constantly photographing and filming each other without consent so that they can then post it to social media in the hopes of getting their peers laughed at. But on top of the fact that that's part of bullying, it's also a huge safeguarding issue. Not for me. Lucky you. But let's also not forget just how distracted kids are by having their next dopamine hit just sitting in their pocket. Okay, but what if there's an emergency? What if my baby needs me right away? There's literally a phone in every single classroom, and teachers have access to all of the phone numbers the child might need in the event of an emergency. And what if there's a shooter, huh? What then? Are you telling me that you don't want my precious angel to be able to communicate with me in such an event? Oh, okay, I know it's going to sound really cold answering you, honestly, but yeah, pretty much. Because if it's a false alarm, then your panic is going to cause your child panic, which is causing undue trauma. But if it's real, all of the noises that the phones and your kid is going to make as a response to your messages are going to be like a freaking homing device for the shooter. That's just heartless. You would prevent me from telling my child how much I love them and what could potentially be their last moments on Earth? Wait. Are you telling me that you send your kids to school every single day without making sure they know how much you love them? You don't take just a moment every single day to make sure your kids know that they are a bright light of joy in your life, a piece of your heart, walking around those school halls, your greatest achievement. I mean, shit, my job is not done unless I have made sure they know how much I love them, always. Well, but if it were a real emergency, Look, I'd be a lunatic too if something was happening at my child's school, but I would never do anything to compromise anyone's safety, theirs or others. I want to make sure that I'm going to see them again, and the noise of their phone buzzing or, God forbid, ringing, or the sounds of them crying at what they think might be the last thing they're ever going to hear from their mother would almost certainly ensure that I don't. Well, but if I want my child to have their phone, they're going to have their phone. Gotcha. You care more about your and your child's dopamine hits than you care about anyone's actual lives. Duly noted.